do that. No. Interesting. October 11th, 1960, a rash of murders which have plagued the city for the last couple of months may be the work of degenerate murder duo, sources close to the investigation say. So far, 5 people have been killed. Each victim was found dismembered and scattered throughout the sewers. Witnesses reports speak of the two strange men, most likely mentally and physically disabled, lurking around the crime scene. They did not look like normal, decent Berlin folks to me, says one of the witnesses. Must have been one of them who did this awful thing. Well, that's a bit judgmental. And now to grab the pipe. Whee! Oh, let's see, where am I?
Curious gadget, useless without a battery.
I disrupted somebody's business, but apparently that's okay.
Battery's low, needs a recharge.
Lasers. I'll recharge it. Armor. Yay! Anything else of interest? No. Open the door. Oh, I should probably run. Otherwise I just fall. Stab. Let's see. Oh, shit.
What?
I think I am Stuck. We're not stuck. I just don't want to trigger anything. How did you not hear that? Okay, let's see here.
Ich werde dich wie ein Schwein ausweiden, du Drecksau!
Man, I really wish I had my stealth pistols.
Müller, ich habe die Kreisau-Gefangenen 16 Stunden lang am Stück verhört. Diese nächtelangen Verhöre bringen mich noch ins frühe Grab. Ich gehe jetzt nach Hause und schicke die Gefangenen zurück nach Eisenwald. Der Bus ist vorhin eingetroffen. Müller? Müller, antworten Sie! Verdammt, Müller, Sie erwarten, dass ich Sie bei jeder Kleinigkeit um Erlaubnis frage und Sie besitzen nicht mal den Anstand, auf eine einfache Transportanfrage zu antworten. Lecken Sie mich doch am Arsch, Sie Drecksack! Sie sind eine Schande für die ganze Operation! Ich nehme keine Befehle mehr von Ihnen entgegen, verstanden?
Well, that seemed like a heated discussion. Ooh. Moscow, October 12th, 1960. Located near the northern part of the Ural Mountains, not far from the Kara Sea, the Death's Head commando training camps are considered to be the toughest in the world. In a series of investigative reports, we reveal how these fierce combatants manage to live through their days in extreme cold temperatures and how it makes them the superior warriors. Oops. Interesting. Let's see. Stealth. Sneaking. Let's see. Hit. Okay, nothing this way. Ooh, I hear music. Here. Berlin, July 21st, 1951. At 3:56 yesterday afternoon, astronaut Hans Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. First contact with the moon surface was made 30 minutes after Armstrong and his co-pilot Emmerich Otto steered the lunar module to its landing spot in the area known as the Glimmer Bowl. After the landing, the two astronauts began their adventure on the moon by planting the beautiful flag of the Reich. Then they started collecting soil and rock samples for the further analysis back on Earth. Aw, that's cute. Spaceman.
Neue Schweine raus!
Oh.
Schichtwechsel, wir sind spät dran. Eine Minute. Genau eine Minute. Da müssen wir aber
I hate this
los.
part. I hate games that make you move this slow. It just feels off.
Sau, du Dreckige, du komm vorwärts. Ich zeig dir was, du faule Drecksau, du komm. Komm. Du kannst doch rumfaulen. Schnell vorwärts. Komm schon. Vorwärts. Vorwärts. Hey du. Noch 5 Schritte. Vorwärts. Glaubt, der könnte rasten? Nach links rein. Rein sofort, du Drecksau, du. Rein. Rein.
Oh, hi, Anja.
Hans, komm schon. Lass uns gehen.
there's anything in this world worth saving. Desolation. Tyranny. Enemy of endless might. I'm wondering if I have any friends left standing. Comes down to it. I'll fight alone. But I promise you this. Friends, if this is where they're keeping you, I will find you and set you free. Bad things below. Safer to move across the rooftop undetected. Stay off the ground.
Achtung, Gefangene für Zeltblock B. Vorbereiten auf spezielle Sicherheitsprüfung. Gefangene Klasse S, Stufe Rot.
That's a lot of Nazis. Let's see. Do, do. Snack up the rough. Stabby stabby. Blarb.
Sind das alles Kreisau Widerstandskämpfer? Das ist ja nur eine Handvoll. Jawohl. Alle zum Zellenblock B2.
Locate Zellenblock B2.
Gefangene, vergessen Sie nicht, dass Sie bei jeglichem Widerstand gegen Umerziehungsmaßnahmen der umfassenden Gewalt des Strafvollzugs ausgesetzt werden.
Oh, let's see how this will work. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Sie befinden sich hier als Folge Ihres Handels. Leisten Sie Ihre Strafe mit Würde ab.
Was? Ist da wer? Komm her!
It's also a mandatory extension of your sentence, so that's fun. Time to go in. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Eek! 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 Bye! Whew. Giving me a fright and poop my pants. Haha! Glub, 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 glub. Yes. Make sure he's extra dead. So I don't know if you saw that. It said something about officers who are found sleeping on the job will have their pension revoked. And there's a dude sleeping. Ew.
You're dead.
Wake up. You're dead. What's this? October 12th, Manhattan has been a radioactive waste for the past decade. There have been a few attempts to go into the forbidden zone because of the risk level of exposure to radiation. But now scientists believe that they may have a way to turn the radioactive ground zero of New York into a livable environment in just 5 years. This technology could finally make atom bombs safer to use without destroying the environment. Professor Johann Treut during this morning's press conference. Interesting. Dang it. Some games you hit escape to leave things like that, and some you have to hit E or enter or something, and hopping from game to game gets kind of confusing sometimes, so I apologize if you see that pop up randomly on occasion.
Gotta be the laziest bunch of guards the world has ever seen.
So that's okay. So the past few times I've played through this game, the first guard I ran into that was sleeping, I never actually successfully pull off the stealth kill. For some reason it doesn't trigger right, or I'm off by a micrometer, whatever. So all the guards become slightly alert. And this guy will end up, instead of sitting on the chair sleeping, he'll end up facing this way. So no matter which way you come from, he sees you coming. Kind of annoying, but it also stresses the importance of doing things sometimes with stealth. Recharge my battery. Sure, why not? I'll take this health. Not really having major issues. Alright, he's gonna go down. No need to go chasing needlessly after people. Don't go hunting. Yeek! Eek. Dumb dog.
in here somewhere.
Verflucht!
Oh, nope,
Hört das denn
nope,
nie
nope.
auf? Hast du mal Zitronenkaffee versucht? Der wirkt Wunder, weil meine Schwiegermutter meinte. Zitronenkaffee, ja. Glaubst du wirklich, dass das hilft? Das ist ja ekelhaft. Weißt du, was das Schlimmste in dem Ganzen ist? Jetzt hat's auch unsere Kinder erwischt. Bevor wir hergezogen sind, waren die alle noch in Ordnung, frisch und munter. Aber in diesem Stadtteil, das ist die Stadtregierung, die verarscht uns. Mit dem Beton, da ist etwas nicht in Ordnung.
Du nimmst eine Hälfte Zitronensaft und eine Hälfte schwarzen Kaffee. Das sagt sie. Treibst du eigentlich Leibesübungen jeden Tag in frischer Luft?
Glaubst du das wirklich? Glaubst du wirklich, dass das in Ordnung ist? Das ist eine spezielle Fabrik, von der dieser ganze Beton kommt. Ich habe das getestet, ich habe mir dessen Beton angeschaut. Der Schimmel, der kann sich da total schnell und tierisch weit verbreiten. Und du denkst, sie haben keine Schuld daran? Wirklich?
Weißt du, was du brauchst? Körperliche Ertüchtigung. Jeden Tag in frischer Luft mindestens eine halbe Stunde. Das ist, was unsere Vorgesetzten machen. Und schau sie dir doch an, die sind alle kerngesund. Oder hast du die mal husten können?
Jetzt hör mir mal zu. Sei doch nicht so blauäugig. Seit 10 Jahren schaue ich mir das schon an. An jedem Arbeitsplatz, in jeder Wohnung. Überall der gleiche Beton. Das wird immer vertuscht. Das ist deren Schuld. Zieh dich doch selber an.
Das ist doch alles Blödsinn. Wissenschaftler haben diesen Beton entwickelt. Wissenschaftler, das ist der stärkste Beton, der beste Beton, der jemals erzeugt wurde. Medizinische Gutachter haben den Schimmel untersucht und festgestellt, dass er völlig harmlos ist für Menschen. Wenn du ein gesundheitliches Problem hast, ist das einzig und allein.
Oh, ow. Ow, 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 ow. I think I screwed up somehow. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, I screwed up. I don't think I'm supposed to go that way. Although I will say, I do like how Bethesda takes the time to make random background characters just discuss like that. Both Bethesda and Gear Machine, whoever else worked on this, I can't remember all of a sudden. Alright, let's try not to die this time.
Suppose B2 gotta be in here somewhere.
Verflucht! Hört das denn nie auf?
Hast du mal Zitronenkaffee versucht? Der wirkt Wunder, weil meine Schwiegermutter mal empfohlen.
Zitronenkaffee, ja. Glaubst du wirklich?
Apparently I was supposed to take those guys out earlier. My bad. And away we go.
There, B2. Time to let the monsters out of the cage.
That reminds me, I forgot to check this earlier. I apologize. To subtitles. Okay, I just want to make sure I have subtitles on in case I'm talking during an important part. You can still get an idea of what's going on.
caged up like animals. Goddamn animals.
The man in the iron mask. That sounds familiar. It's Wyatt!
Gosh almighty. I thought I was a goner. And here you are, back from the dead, to save us all. Imagine that. Oh, what have you been up to, Captain Blazkowicz?
Shooting, stabbing, strangling Nazis. Ready to set things straight, Wyatt.
Fantastic. Well, let's get out of here, shall we? Hey! You close that door!
Oh. Pew pew pew.
All right, let's get to work.
I like how he just swipes the blood off his face like, eh, no biggie.
Captain Blazkowicz! See if you can cut the chain to the
Gefangene, bewahren Sie Ruhe!
I already did. Stop yelling at me. Get. Yeah.
Proper hardware.
Ooh.
Sight for sore eyes.
Hello, gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Baby, you and me are gonna have some fun. I already killed him. You don't even hear me doing. Ow.
Can you pick this lock? My fingers won't work right. They've been chained up for too long.
Yay! Got it open.
Sir.
Thank you so.
Gosh, you picked a heck of a time to show up. Heck of a time. Not many of us left still fighting since the war ended, you know. It's been rough. We get out of here alive, things are going to change, Captain Blazkowicz. They got it. You hear that? Reinforcements. They'll bring the hammer down on this whole city block. This way, Captain! Wait! Wait! Oh, Jesus! There's a Panzer hunt out there. If we run like heck, I think we can make it. Follow me!
Yeah.
Go this way, Captain! Yeah, that's right! I think we can pull this off if we work together. Cover me while I open the gate! Someone's out there!
Gefangene aus Zellblock B2 entkommen! Alle Mann sofort zum Einsatz treten!
Take the lead, Captain! I'll be right
Mein Gott, wir verlieren die Kontrolle! Erschießt die Gefangenen!
Stay sharp, Captain! We can make it! Just keep coming! Shoot! We're getting out of here!
Tötet sie! Tötet sie alle!
Alright, Wyatt. Let's go. Oh, that thing. Throwing knife.
On the other side of this gate! I need you to cover me! Come on! Gotta keep fighting!
Yeah, I got a perk of some sort. Quick draw. Ooh, that sounded good.
Hey! Captain Blazkowicz! Head up the stairs!
Let's see. Grenades. Those are the... Ow! Ow, that kind of hurts. Yeah. Holy shit balls. I need some help pretty badly. Well, dog food will work, I guess. Ooh.
Shoot them! I'll steal at the car! Over here, sir! Let's roll! Jim, drive up the stairs!
Beep beep.
Press the big window! Come on!
Wanna hear a funny joke?
Crafty.
Waka waka.
Tenacious.
Oh shit. That ain't good.
Quiet, you! Dead end, Cap. What now?
I can't believe you made it out of there.
Hey there, pretty lady.
Do any of you know how to hotwire a car?
Wyatt does. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh good.
Oh, she took the words right out of my mouth apparently.
I don't even know where to go.
I'm taking you home! There's cameras all over the city. They're tracking us no matter where we go.
Pew 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 pew. Bang bang.
Nighttime will be easier, with more options. A daytime entrance into the Kreisau Resistance headquarters is not advisable in the least. Never been attempted as far as I know. But the skies seem clear. No one's following us. I think we can make a little history.
Oh, let's see.
This is a two-part maneuver. Done right, we should head perfectly into a blind spot. Everybody ready? Go! Now! Run!
Waka waka.
The good thing about the Nazis is they really are stupid. So long as we're hidden by this mist, no one will see us. Now, for the second part, the jump. Once we're underwater, hold your breath, swim after me. Stay submerged no matter what happens. There are Nazis all around. If you break the surface, they will kill us. Don't hesitate. Jump!
Oh. All right then. I'll just. Whee! Ugh, I hate underwater scenes. At least they don't make you run out of oxygen, like, almost immediately.
I'm so sorry. There was no break in front of that hatch when I left. I've been in prison for 3 months. So gosh dang stupid. Shouldn't have assumed things were as I left them. Great job keeping us alive out there, Captain. It's good to be home.
It's what I do. I kill things and protect people. Look, lady, he just wanted a hug.
Put him down, Max. Gently.
Whoa! Stand down! This is Klaus. He's one of us. He was a Nazi before, but he's on our side now.
Where is he, Johnny?
How is this possible? We are in the very center of Berlin. You're hiding in plain sight.
It's the last place they would look out.
Will they not hear us?
Best to keep your voice down, then, yeah?
Fuck me.
No, I will not do that because I am a party animal.
You would be dumb enough to do a daytime entry.
Who's this?
Glad to have you back, bud.
Who's this person?
You're alive.
Apparently, Basquez knows her.
Bag living. 3 pulverized vertebrae. You?
Head trauma, 4 inches of cast iron shrapnel right in the conch. Still in there.
Severed colon, septic shock, shattered pelvis.
Memory loss, flashbacks, 14 years in a loony bin.
Good to see you, William.
It's like they're trying to one-up each other.
So, what can you do?
For your collection, Jay.
Wow, so happy to, see you, man. What's it been, 3 months since they hauled you away? Thought you were dead, actually. They send people off to that prison, they, don't come back, you know? It's a trip, and you brought some new cats with you, actual, reinforcements. It's cool, man.
I am hearing interesting things out of London. I have a folder marked Project Whisper, but someone has borrowed it. Klaus, I believe it was. Can you find it and bring it to me, would you please, Captain? Now that you are here, I think we can do great things. Why don't you sit with me, Miss Anya? Listening on these frequencies. Anything out of London, make a note of the time and write down as much as you can. Here is pen and paper.
Can I use your typewriter?
You know how to type.
Yes. My parents thought I should learn.
Ah, for you to take dictation, prescriptions and such.
Not really. It was useful during my time at the University of London for my doctorate in archaeology. Then the Blitz came and I had to go back home. I was only 16.
Well, Doctor, please assist me in figuring out what these damn Nazis are up to.
I know I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I love what Bethesda does just for the idle conversations. Kind of gets you a feel for what the world is now, the type of people that you're going to run into or kill.
You can find
it's just kind of interesting.
On the 2nd floor. He should have the folder for
Let's
Project Whisper.
see. Project Whisper. Oh, wow.
Maintain workbench. Don't think Guitar Boy would mind if I borrow it.
Ooh. Yay. 10% armor. Nice.
Leave me alone, all right? I don't know you. I'm not looking to make friends.
I'll jump on the bed with you. Bobby Bram. J.
Captain, see if you can find it. It's called Project Whisper. Talk to Klaus.
Holy crap. Stockholm, 1945. The Red Army are forced to retreat last night from a Moscow engulfed by flames following a week-long German bomb raid. The barrage of the mortar fire heard throughout the night and well into early Thursday morning seemed to have obliterated what was left of the inner parts of the city. As of yet, there has been no word of the whereabouts of either Joseph Stalin or his high command. So, the attack on Moscow in this timeline, quote-unquote, succeeded. That's interesting. 1948, as if blessed by the sun, the German flag hung high this morning over the Buckingham Palace to mark the end of the tyrannical monarchy which has plagued the English people for centuries. Field Marshal Gerolf Feigenbaum, who led the British invasion, cautioned that armed resistance is to be expected, but the majority of the British people will soon realize how they have been fooled by the British government warmongering leaders. Followed by the surrender, the whole of the Commonwealth now falls under German rule, and the remaining armies have been ordered to stand down. So, the UK, London, essentially wasn't able to defend.
I'm busy. Fuck off.
Jerk.
Hey, jerk. 1960, early morning, a group of prisoners escaped from the Eichenwald prison. The prisoners were described to police as highly dangerous murderers, rapists, and degenerates. They advised the public to stay alert for people to play in deviant behavior. Oh, I think that was us. 1948, early Monday morning, a special assault team launched an attack on the last stronghold of the People's Liberation Army. Within hours, the Republic of China surrendered unconditionally. Expert commented that the Japanese government now have no choice but to give up their territorial claim in Asia. Sources close to Field Marshal claim that the plan is being drawn up for both China and Japan, which will transition the two centuries into servant states with separate governments and military. These states will, of course, be... So essentially they gave, I think, the German, Japan their own animosity, but still had to be subjects of the German Empire. And I always wondered about that. Like, the game doesn't really go into detail about what happened to the other Axis powers. So, 1946, the cold Russian winter bites hard, but one could not tell looking at the rosy, smiling faces of the victorious German army that the liberated Russian people. The last battle against the Red Army took place in Eiskiev. Excuse me, my cat decided she wants to join. The last battle... And... Sorry about that. Campaign to seize the Russian capital. A campaign which, after numerous setbacks and hundreds of civilian casualties, caused the Russian people to turn against their own army. With nightly bomb raids by the German Air Force at the Red Army military factories in the Ural region, it was a mere matter of time before the Russian forces would start to lose their morale. The murderous tyrant Joseph Stalin is yet to be found, but there are rumors circulating that he may have been assassinated by his own men. Interesting, interesting. The Royal Air Force suffered a major defeat yesterday at the battle over Liverpool. Though major losses were reported on both sides, the RAF was forced to retreat after losing more than 2/3 of their fighters. But even when faced with overwhelming odds, our brave boys in the skies continue to fight for king and country. This fighting spirit may be what constitutes the very essence of Englishness. Us Englishmen, we fight until the very end, said the corner shop owner trying to put out a fire raging inside St. Luke's Church. And I'll be damned if I let some Jerry come here and tell us what to do. Was this man channeling the spirit of the RAF pilot Jameson? Jameson, who was shot down above Liverpool yesterday, burst out of his burning wreckage, his body on fire, and armed with only a pistol, and killed 4 German paratroopers before finally succumbing to himself. Even as the enemy stands at our doorstep, the RAF will go to hell and back to kick them out of England. Jolly good, boys. Huh. Interesting. Vancouver, 1947. Earlier this week, a German submarine was sunk at the Cabot Strait, just as a few miles off the coast of Cape North. Today, hundreds of ships crossed the Atlantic, and the first of the German troops set foot on Canadian soil. Now is the time to be brave, said the Prime Minister in an emergency radio broadcast. It is now or never. Our boys at the front line need your support to defend the homeland, to defend our freedom. So they invaded Canada. Did I do this one? Okay, so this one basically was devastating defeat for the Red Army when the German flag was raised on the western side of the river Volga this morning. In a statement to our reporter of the site, Field Marshal Frederick Ritter said that the victory is not only thanks to our hardworking and dedicated troops, but also the result of the new weapon that was deployed for the first time in battle. The Panzerhound is a mechanical, autonomous beast of war that cannot feel fear, cannot feel remorse, but is the purest form of killing machine and will tear the Russians apart limb by limb. That is kind of interesting. So I talked to those. Okay. Nope, that's locked.
Max, ich suche schon die ganze Zeit nach dem Hammer. Hast du ihn gesehen?
McToss.
You know, about before going off on you like that's a force of habit.
No worries, Johnny Cowboy. It's not the first time it happens.
Yeah, perhaps you should consider removing them tattoos.
I will, in time. I was, as you Americans say, all wet when I got them, and I'm sorry to say it was a very proud moment of my life. I want removing them to be an even prouder moment. No more Nazis, no more tattoos.
So long as you don't get in the way of me killing Nazis, we'll see eye to eye. Caroline's looking for a document folder, Project Whisper.
Ruhige sich, Junge. Max doesn't speak English very well, but he does know Project Whisper. It's a risky business operation. He knows it will cost us to pull it out. Max doesn't like violence. He doesn't want to see anyone get hurt. Alles in Ordnung, mein Sohn. Wir werden für dich kämpfen.
Caroline said you borrowed the folder. Do you have it here?
I did take it 2 days ago, but I put it back. Go to the ground floor. The folder should be in the drawer in a desk in her room, where I left it.
Wow. All right then. Some hostilities.
Lilo in Caroline's room. The folder should be inside a desk.
Must be Max's room. What is Max hiding in there? Is that the Project Whisper folder? Either need a crowbar or find a way around.
Ooh. The largest bomb ever invented was dropped 13 hours ago in New York City, largely decimating Manhattan and killing over 200,000 people. It's an atomic bomb, said the great leader in a radio broadcast speech to the public, 20,000 times more powerful than the biggest bomb ever created. But more than a bomb, this is a warning to the American people. Alright. Chongqing, 1948. It was a proud moment for the Republic of China and the People's Liberation Army as the Japanese were pushed back into the Hubei province. Yet from the north, another dark minutes approached in a swift pace. The German army has overthrown the brave Russian Empire and is now moving towards China. During a rousing speech earlier today, Chairman spoke of his faith in the Chinese people. A unified China cannot be defeated, he said. A unified China cannot be conquered. A unified China will never surrender. December 24th, 1948, speaking to the American people in the falling snow on Christmas Eve, the President of the United States declared the government's total surrender to the German army. The announcement comes just days after the atomic bomb was dropped in New York. This is the final act of violence. This final act of violence may have saved millions of lives that will have resulted from the land invasion of the American people. America, said the German leader in a press statement following the announcement. I applaud the president for taking such a brave decision. After the president's speech, a spectacular show was put on by the invading troops parading down the street of Washington to the roaring sound of German jet fighters passing overhead. Even more spectacular were the massive mechanical beasts known as the Panzerhunden, or armored dogs, hawking over the crowd. So essentially what we did to Japan and Germany, in this universe, Germany did to us. Kinda interesting. Kind of interesting, excuse me. Crowbar. Oh. Strange feeling of serenity comes over me as I walk my morning promenade along Unter den Linden. At first I struggled to understand what this feeling was. This would come from and why I haven't felt it for so long. And then it hits me. For the last 6 months, there has been no terrorist activity, no ruthless killing sprees against the innocent civilians, no car bombs in the peaceful neighborhoods, no suicide attack in the public transport. Has the secret police once and for all won the war against terrorism? It's terrifying. It's fair to say that there is some sort of poetic justice in this. Reports from our resistance friends at Berlin suggest that a new type of mold spore has started infesting structures made out of the super concrete used by the regime. It has started festering in the massive underground ventilation system and is spreading throughout the city. Friends of the resistance Friends of the Resistance. This could be a major advantage for us. The mold seems to corrode the stability of the concrete, making it easier to destroy structures that are important to the regime in Berlin. Huh. Interesting. Let's go. Which is weird, because that German soldier in the prison earlier was talking about all the mold, and it seems to be growing perfectly fine on concrete.
Oh, it's so good to be home, Captain. You know, I think I might need to catch some Z's. Yep. I'll see you when I wake up, okay?
Huh. Neat. Well, let's see. Yeah, throwing knives. Good enough. Ow. Oh, yeah, I gotta go back over here. Max.
Max, I really need you to step aside. Max, bitte. Geht zur Seite. Das ist wichtig.
Max, komm her! Komm an! Alles in Ordnung. Alles wird gut sein.
Oh.
Sorry. I should have known you would have taken it.
Woo! Ooh.
Well, that seems to be in order.
Yeah. Slithering out. Let's see. An urn. Somebody used to hide in here and stare up at that blanket like it was the clouds. That's not depressing. There we go. Project Whisper.
Much obliged, Captain Blazkowicz. You ready for an assignment? Friends and comrades, this is it. Project Whisper. It's been in development for years. A helicopter aircraft. The Nazis have found a way to make it virtually silent in flight and undetectable by means of radar. Anya has decrypted the Nazi chatter out of London and located the only 3 prototypes in existence at the London Nautical Research Facilities there. With Captain Blazkowicz on the team, we are finally strong enough to strike at their operations. The days of scurrying like rats are over. With these machines in our possession, we can go anywhere, hit anything. We will rebuild the Kreisau Circle, arm ourselves to the hilt. We will rise up and take down Death's Head for good. They think the war's over. Severe, weak, beaten, don't have the guts to oppose them. And as always, they are wrong.
I've got a 14-hour drive. I've got a sinus infection. I haven't had a full night's sleep in 8 months. So let's go, people. Because I'm not doing this again.
Thank you for doing this, man.
Stop. I just want to get this over with.
Man, what's his story?
Blondie! Beruhig dich! Komm schon! Die Papiere bitte. Danke. Sie können passieren. Herr Hitler!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Hitler. Yay.
Fucking Nazi twit. This big fucking disgrace of a building is a London Nautica. This used to be downtown London. Used to be fighting in the streets over here. I mean, furious, unrelenting resistance. And then the Nazis brought in the London Monitor and everything went to shit from there. They just do whatsoever they please now. They just fucking leveled everything and erected this fucking monstrosity. It's a top Nazi research facility, this is. Aviation, space, all kinds of evil shit transpiring. Caroline and the other pilots should be over the radio tower by now, you see it. Anya's operating the radio back in Berlin. You can reach him using this. This is where you get off.
Oh my.
So long, Blazkowicz. You make this count, all right?
What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Oh shit.
Jesus, he's done it, hasn't he? Almost 300 kilos of explosives in that trunk. Could feel the shock wave from over here. It's all up to you now, Blazkowicz. We are moving into position at the top of the radio tower, approximately 7 blocks from your location. You'll have to find a way to the top floor of the Nautica and open the hangar doors. That way we and the other pilots can get inside.
Guess I'll go this way. Yee! Bye.
William, I'm looking at blueprints of the building. It's a long way to the top.
No sign of the London monitor. We might be okay, assuming we don't crash our hang gliders.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, ow. Kaboom! All right. Pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Ow. Motherfucker. Let's see. Pew, pew. Come on. There we go.
Inside the moon dome is a door to the maintenance section. Look for a door on the outer wall near to the top of the dome.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Fuck. That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, at least I got health back.
Hopefully the elevators haven't suffered any damage from the blast.
Pretty sure they did. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Hopefully the elevators haven't suffered any damage from the blast.
ganz mieses Gefühl bei der Sache. Nochmal, keine Angst. Diese Aufzüge sind dafür ausgelegt, alle Katastrophen. Und was zur Hölle war das? Klingt, als wäre jemand auf dem Aufzug. Vielleicht sind wir uns zu retten.
Shooting the brakes off an elevator. What could go wrong? Better stand on the counterweight.
Bye. I'm down. Ooh.
I think I found something.
What do you see?
Ancient artifacts, highly technological in nature. Parchment. Looks like Hebrew. I think the Nazis are trying to reverse engineer all this stuff.
Are there any identifying marks?
Dot? You should. Dog, Abel, apostrophe. Abel, Tara, space, yoke, item, Charlie, Hal, Uncle Dog.
Might be something in our archives, Anya. See if you can find any references to Dot Yishud.
Will do. Be careful out there.
I like her, Blaskovitz. Good catch. Be sure to bring as much of this Dot Yishud stuff as you can carry.
Will do.
Alright. Damn it.
One more. Right. Let's fire it up.
Fire in the hole. Hehe.
I see a small plumbing channel behind the north wall. Look for some form of access point near the floor. About 2 floors up is an access point leading directly into the hangar.
Take the stairs, apparently. Ooh, flask.
You should be very close. The hangar is where the Project Whisper helicopter prototypes are kept.
There we go. And now we go up. Well, his head's stuck. Hopefully nobody... Of fucking course. Ow. Jerk. Uh-oh. Oh dear. I hate this fight. Finally. Ugh. This is one of those.
Nazi's dead. Nazi robot's dead. Broke all your shit. Helicopter secured.
This is one of those fights where, you know, out damaging who you're supposed to is just kind of boring. But whatever, that's done. So now I'm gonna collect armor and I'm gonna go up. Ow. Madrid, 1957. The biggest bridge ever was built was finally inaugurated yesterday in front of a gathered crowd of top Nazi politicians, as well as specially invited upstanding citizens in the area. The honor of cutting the ribbon went to, of course, our beloved leader, who was flown in from Berlin this morning and held a short but powerful speech afterwards in front of the impressive construction crossing the Gibraltar Strait. I was moved to tears, said Wilma, a local shop owner. He has such a way with words. She wasn't the only one moved to tears. Gunther Grunwald, head engineer of the project, received a special thanks from our leader. I am speechless, said Grunwald afterward. I don't know what to say. Interesting. Dang. There's a button. There it is.
Well done, Blazkowicz. Don't move, you're getting visitors.
You folks are crazy.
Oh my god! Look out! No, Klaus! Klaus, are you alright?
Are you okay, mister? Nothing broken.
God
Gosh, dang it, Klaus. Be more careful, all right? I can't have you dying on me. Captain, pick up Caroline. Put her in the pilot seat of the last helicopter.
Come pick me up, Blazkowicz. I don't have all day. My hero.
Woo!
All aboard!
How did you survive? I thought you were dead.
Don't remember much. Remember punching Hans Gross in the face. Remember ascending into the sky. For moments there, I thought I was going to heaven. Then falling, then pain. First pain of my life. Felt like my insides were running out through my back. Could barely move. Had to crawl. They found me after 3 days in a ditch. Long months in a Kreisauer hospital bed. They were shoving tubes in me. Infection. These things I don't want to remember.
I'm sorry about your legs.
Don't be. I've learned how to fly.
Those are some pretty awesome looking helicopters there.
Caroline! These things won't fit inside the tunnel!
Yes, they will. Trust me.
No way, no way, no way!
Have you finished complaining? For now, this is top priority. What is the dot ye should? How can we get in contact with them? Anya, what do we know?
Very little, but I have some ideas.
Good. Anya, you take the lead on this. Blazkowicz, whatever she needs, you help her find it, yeah?
William, I could use your help. Could you come over here for a second?
Alright folks, this is where I'm going to call it for now. I'm going to take about an hour lunch break because food is good and gotta keep my energy up. But I will be back at about 1 p.m. Central Time, so as I said, about an hour. So yeah, go ahead and check back then.